point forward.
Hi you guys, it's Dana with the Curly Hair Salon. Today I'm here with Eleanor and we are going to be going over some really good stuff for you guys. I'm going to be going over just the ins and outs. I haven't shared the whole dynamics and the whole system of what's going on with curly hair with Eleanor yet. And so I thought this would be a good opportunity to kind of bring you guys in on it and so that y'all can get the 411 as well.
I'm excited.
So what I like to share with all my clients, and I'm now going to be able to bring to you today, is with curly hair, I always like to give everybody a framework to help troubleshoot kind of what's going on. Because curly hair is going to change with every hormone surge. Okay, so with every hormone surge, you guys, curly hair is going to get either curlier and tighter or the curls are going to get looser. For me, I lost all my curls. So it's three babies and thyroid problems and no curls.
And I got curls.
And you got curls. So see, so you already know then with every hormone change and things in life, your curls will change, okay? So I like for you to be able to have a framework to kind of troubleshoot and know what's going on. So the first category that we talk about, and these are in order of importance, the first category is going to be frizz. If you're dealing with frizz at all, frizz comes from your cleanser and how you wash your hair, okay? So frizz is going to be coming from your shampoo. The second category is going to be the actual definition of your curl. And for you personally, I see the most room for improvement with that is with the definition. You're not really frizzy, but it's a very, very weak S wave, kind of just a very, very loose wave. And so the actual definition, whether you have this versus spirals, is going to come from your technique. And your technique is simply how you handle your hair from wet to dry. The last category is going to be the longevity of that definition. Okay? So it's not enough to get the definition, to have really, really great hair curls, really great curls whenever your hair dries, but it's got to hold up through you wearing it, through you walking on the beach, through you sleeping on it for 2 or 3 nights in a row. I want you to wake up with the same amount of definition and no frizz as on day one. Okay? And so that's what I'm bringing you guys today, and that's what we're going to kind of get from this. So to unpack just a little bit about me saying that the frizz comes from your cleanser. I like to explain it. It's kind of like the wrong cleanser, it strips your hair. And a good way to explain what I mean whenever I say strip and what that feels like is if you can think of a time that you stayed in a hotel and you know those little bar soaps that they leave for you? Have you ever used one on your skin?
Yes.
How did it make your skin feel?
Just completely stripped is no better word for it. Just dry and then squeaky clean.
Squeaky clean. And then what did you have to do?
Use lotion.
Immediately. So because you took off too much. You need some oil on. Because you took off too much, you're forced to use lotion to put back on what you took off. Okay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Same thing is going on with curly hair. Now, you guys, Eleanor just has this little bit of a loose wave that she got with hormones. And so it's going to be a little bit different with her than it would be for someone with a really tight curl. But someone with a really tight curl, you know, how many times a day would you guys brush your hair?
Never.
The answer is going to be never. None. Because that would be dumb. Why would you do that, right? And so as a result, the reason the hair is getting stripped is because if you're not brushing your hair, then the oil that your scalp produces is never getting distributed all the way through the ends. So there's a deficit, right? And so the wrong cleanser, the wrong shampoo, the wrong cleansing conditioner is going to take off too much because there's already a deficit. So we don't have enough, okay? And so that's what's going on with why the shampoo's drying it out. And that causes frizz because of this. Watch this. Okay. So do you guys see this particular curl? Okay, this particular curl or wave. It is made of all these individual hairs that live together to form this particular curl. Okay? So curly hair loves moisture. So as a result, when there's humidity in the air, that's moisture in the air, the entire curl should tighten and draw up, okay? So it should be your very best hair days. Actually, humidity is a curly girl's best friend, right? But most people are like, oh, excuse my hair, it's because it's humid. But that should actually be a good thing because this entire thing should tighten and draw up as a unit. But if the hair is over cleansed and stripped, then then you have to rely on product to push the strands together, the same way that you have to rely on lotion on your skin if you over cleanse it with like that soap we talked about.
Okay.
So then if that product gets disturbed and this curl gets disturbed, the hairs blow out and they don't know where they belong. So if you run into any humidity, moisture in the air, the strands are still going to tighten and draw up, but they're going to do it individually instead of as a unit, and it creates all this frizz
like
and all this fluff.
Yeah.
All that's going to come from it being too stripped, so the strands don't know which curl they live in, okay? And then your product's having to work improperly to keep those together, and that's not what it's here for, okay? So does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes total sense.
Okay, so for many years, 12, I took all my clients off shampoo altogether.
Oh, wow.
And it was this elaborate process to help them psychologically accept that.
Right.
And then to cleanse just the right way with just the right conditioner.
Okay.
And being an educator and in the field as long as I have been, 15 years, I've used everything. And there was never really anything that would do any better than what I was doing until Monate. Okay. So the reason that I am now able to offer my clients being back on shampoo is because Monate is an anti-aging hair care line. And so the way that it works is pretty much the proprietary ingredient that the whole line is founded on is called Rejuvenate oil. Okay. And Rejuvenate oil is a blend of essential oils that are designed to give you back. They're designed to mimic the natural properties that your oil loses with age. So it gives you that back. So instead of only washing your hair once a week, instead of coming off shampoo altogether, and cleansing with this and sleeping on a pillowcase, and instead of doing all these things
to save your oil.
Yep,
you do all those things to save your oil.
These elaborate things that we're having to do to have oil, to not have frizz. Just it's a list. The long list of things that people with curly hair do to try to keep oil and have enough is now we can bypass relying on an abundance of oil from doing all these things. We can bypass that by using Monate because it gives you back. Okay. We don't have to rely on an abundance of the wrong kind of oil. Right. Instead, we can actually give you the properties that your oil is missing. Okay. And so it has been just phenomenal, transformative. Okay. Because the thing with co-washing or not using shampoo is you can't stay there. Like, so you're getting better, but then the problem comes into once you get completely recovered, where the hair's not stripped, it's a fine line. Because then all of a sudden there's too much. And so your hair is heavy with great definition. No frizz. Right. No frizz, but your curls will be heavy and not have the life and the bounce, and your hair will be dull. Okay. I can actually tell in public, I can spot someone that's off shampoo, and that's either off shampoo and not cleansing enough with the conditioner, or just they're following the process, but it's gone too far. Okay. And then it starts to give you a whole new set of problems. So this has been amazing. But anyway, does that make sense?
Makes
as
total
to
sense.
Why and how the shampoo is causing frizz?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's our first category, you guys, on frizz. So the first problem category is frizz, and what's causing it is your cleanser. And then I just gave you guys a solution and helped you understand something different that you can do to kind of offset that and take care of all the frizz. The second category is going to be the definition, right? And that comes from your technique, which is simply how you handle your hair wet to dry. And then the last category will be your products and the right way to use it so that you get longevity. I've already done 2 other video clips that you can look for on my YouTube channel or on my Curly Hair Salon page that shows both technique and product. And we're going to be doing that here on Eleanor in just a second as well. So you can stay tuned for that and check out the other ones as well.
Okay, awesome.